Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome to Movie Bitches, episode 3. We have some very special guests, Nick and Tia, who are
Nikisha, that's how we go.
Nikisha, okay.
Oh,
they're here tonight to talk with us about This Is the End.
We should preface by saying that we walked out after 25 minutes.
25 to 28.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
I use vouchers.
You know, people have
Vouchers.
We got our money
should've.
back.
We got our money back.
You did?
Yeah.
30 minutes in, dude.
Yeah. Basically, April and I decided to walk out.
Hated the first 20
We hated it from like the first get, right? Seth Rogen is sitting at the airport in like the arrivals terminal because most people do that nowadays, right? They sit there as a celebrity.
Right. Where's
I'm
the
gonna
Peterborough?
what? Like, what celebrity is like, yeah, I'm gonna hang out at the airport waiting for you for 30 minutes.
It's Seth Rogen. He's like the
cool.
non-pretentious.
And then
Right.
there's one paparazzo.
Well,
Right.
the
Who's
one
like,
part
hey,
was
where's
like,
Seth Rogen?
My problem was, so they're all playing themselves, right?
I like
But
it.
when no, that's not the problem. But when they introduce their other famous friend, it's by full name.
Yeah.
They're like, we're going to James Franco's. Jonah Hill's gonna be there. Craig Robinson's gonna be there. And I was like, who does that? Who announces their friends by full name?
I mean, it's the setup.
I know, but I was just going, why are you name dropping your own friends?
That was supposed to add to why Jay Baruchel or whatever is over Seth
Yeah,
Rogen.
yeah.
Yeah,
because
that's
he's
true.
become
Now
so
remember,
popular.
the whole ethos of this whole movie is making fun of actors and their ridiculousness.
Like, I really was bored 45 minutes in. I went with Nick.
No.
Nick took me to the movies. And then we were sitting next to the guy from 6 Feet Under, right? So I was like, oh, this is like an experience. But I was
You didn't
over
know
that movie.
You know, I don't blame you. I mean, if you hated it after 30 minutes,
Yeah, it
you're
was.
gonna hate the whole hour.
I could tell.
45.
I could just tell. I lean over to April and I say, should we just leave? Because I was like, this is the lamest, most obnoxious Hollywood party I've ever heard in my entire life.
Lamest?
It wasn't.
Aside from the fact that there were a bunch of A-list celebrities there,
Rihanna was there. It
yeah,
was,
But they
Rihanna was
didn't
there but
do
being
this.
lame.
Rihanna was there and she punched somebody.
I was impressed that they got Rihanna there, I will say.
Right? But it was a little weird because she was the only person in her like list caliber.
Yes.
It
That
was
was
just
fine.
weird. She was like dressed different, hair was
Exactly.
different, the whole thing. It was like, was she even there? Was that green screen?
Well, the other thing
I don't know.
I think you nailed it on the head for me was that she doesn't even hang out with them. And that was the whole thing about this movie was that none of them seemed like they were friends.
But she is a stoner.
Well, I was so annoyed by the product placement.
Yes.
That was
Do tell.
really, really obvious. And I started making a list. This is just from the first 25 minutes.
Not even. This was probably the first 5 minutes.
And within the first minute, they mention Carl's Jr., go to Carl's Jr., and eat Carl's Jr.
In
Yeah.
his infinity.
in his minute. Then they get to his house, and Jay Baruchel goes, "No way, you got a 3D TV? What?" And he's holding
That
up the
sounds like
glasses like, "What?"
Did they say the brand of the 3D?
No, they
No.
didn't. But they showed
That's
the
not.
glasses.
That's not product placement. That's
It
that's
kind
a,
of was,
that's
though.
a technology.
It was so
placement,
awkward,
not
though.
product placement. But I say, don't people like certain things? I like Carl's Jr. Hey, let's go to Carl's Jr.
But it was so
I drive an Infiniti, it's
clearly
not-
lining their pockets.
We got 12 bottles of water, 56 beers, Nutella, CT Crunch, a Milky Way.
It was like a table of product placement. Like, I don't know, it just, eventually, it didn't bother me, and then it just kept cluttering up, and I was like, oh my god.
No, I mean, we only have so much material because we only saw 25 minutes of the movie.
We can give you
But
more.
But I would like to ask questions.
I would like to ask questions. Okay, so we left after Michael Cera was getting a rim job and a blow job at the same time
What's
in the
that even
bathroom.
mean? What's a rim job?
It's,
Oh, Tia.
it's in the back.
Yeah. Yeah. Some backdoor sweeping.
There are things that could be interesting and funny, but for me, in the ones that we've talked about that we saw, for me, while they had the potential to be interesting or funny or crazy and funny, they fell flat because they weren't done well. It sounds like they kind of needed a better director.
Yeah. Like, I was thinking, had Edgar Wright, who did Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, directed this movie,
Oh my gosh.
it would have been
Yes.
fucking awesome.
I felt insulted as an audience member. They're like, oh, you sucker. We just made this shit up and now you're going to pay $15 to come see this.
Okay. In fairness, every movie that ever existed could be that movie. I mean, I felt that way when I saw Ghosts of Girlfriends Past.
No.
I spent ArcLight money on that shit.
ArcLight
money! Like, for every Titanic, there's 15 What's the one with Kate Hudson and she has to get this fool?
How to Lose a Guy.
Oh,
Fool's
God.
Gold. I can't even watch that movie on TNT.
What's the one where she like sleeps with her like great uncle from the past?
Right?
No, that's Kate Leopold. That's
Okay.
Ray Bryant.
That's something else. And like, that wasn't as bad as it.
No,
That
Kate
was okay.
Leopold is
That
good,
was okay.
except for the giant incestuous loophole.
You know what wasn't good though is when 17 again like stole that whole thing.
Yeah.
Right?
And Leslie Mann was like, I'm into you. You look exactly like my husband when he was 17.
And I'm like, when?
But you don't.
Getting back
Anyway,
to,
back to the
yeah.
movie at hand.
I
Okay.
feel like what set this movie apart was the fact that these people, these very famous people, were willing to make fun of themselves for
A paycheck.
a little bit too long.
Yeah.
For a little bit too long.
Perhaps it was a bit cathartic for themselves
Maybe.
or fun, or it was just fun. It was just like a fun little movie. Let's make this crazy movie that kind of has a point. People being nice to each other and good things happen to you, and just have fun.
But
It
at
was
what
fun.
point did you have fun? See, I did not have fun.
Okay. But let's roll back tape. Like, if you're not going to be super, super judgy,
Yes.
Mhm.
right? If you're not judgy at all, then these are just like a bunch of stoner people, and like you're just going to see a movie that's entirely superficial and just.
I'm just like, what is going on in this movie?
This happened.
Well, that was a
There's
very.
devil penis cut off. There's the sex bitch Channing Tatum. There's the black devil cum.
It's a stupid ass movie. There's like literally. It's so difficult to tell you what happened in this movie that it just proves that it's a stupid ass movie.
A lot
So-
of jokes in the movie.
There are a
Good
lot.
jokes
There are a
in the
lot of
movie.
good jokes in the movie, but overall, do I recommend? Absolutely not. Because then, the person I recommended it to would think I was a sicko.
What's really funny is masculine people being emasculated. That's
Right,
always
but this
funny.
movie had a lot of issues in that regard, and it makes me question where men in 2013 are. Like,
Yeah.
why are they so concerned with homoeroticism? This like new 2013, I'm a stoner, I don't do anything lifestyle is not hot. Like people, our parents don't think that's hot.
Nobody thinks that's hot. Okay.
No, but so I'm a regular person. I care about other people. I do things for other people. I'm not a spoiled celebrity. I would be raptured. Why am I watching this movie? To learn about the people who will still be on Earth
I don't care.
when I'm raptured? No, I'm okay. Does that mean I'm not raptured?
Maybe.